There are swarms of college students filing past me, most of them with their headphones in, faces dimmed, and their eyes looking at the ground with their hands in their pockets, creating a shield, a bubble of themselves. They will never notice how the swiftness of the wind gently sways my branches, or how the gentleness gently sways my leaves. They'll never understand how the worms and bugs gently bump up against my roots. But I am lonely. I wait. Every day I watch the same laughter and faces scurry past me. I wait for someone to hug my branches, to climb me, to understand that the intricacies of my leaves have the same shapes and patterns as their hands. I don't know what to do anymore. It's unusual for people to be still, even for a moment. So, nature has been super important to me. I grew up hiking and spending time outdoors and just getting my energy through being outside and being around trees. This disconnect started to happen as I grew up. And according to Eric McLam in the article, The Ecological Impact of the Industrial Revolution, this disconnect started happening through technology. And it was really prominent because machines started taking over manual labor. And what started happening is people started being dependent on other things to do their jobs for them. They weren't getting their hands in the dirt. So, according to Richard Love, in the book Last Child in the Woods, he talks about the condition in which this nature disconnect started happening, and this is called nature deficit disorder. This started happening especially with our children because of technology, and since the rise of technology was with the generations of our children, it's most prominent in them. And so what happens? All right, well, they lose some of their sensory impacts, and they are not very in touch with their emotions and their surroundings, as opposed to people who are outside more often have more of these tools. So how did this disconnect start? Well, it started happening after World War II in the middle class children who had access to these technologies, right? And some of the effects were obesity, ADHD, lack of creativity overall. He suggests that how we reconnect with nature is going fishing, camping, hiking, and doing things outside that can get our children more connected. And our parents are the ones that really need to influence us, right? So if our parents are staying indoors, reading, or on their laptop, children will not feel inspired to go and be outside. So it starts with the parents. So Elizabeth Dickinson, in the article, The Misdiagnosis, Rethinking Nature Deficit Disorder, expands on Love's perspective. But she explains that NDD, nature deficit disorder, is not as simple as it looks. So she discusses that Love doesn't mention that a lot of families don't have access to going out and being in nature because it requires technology, time, money. So everyone can't do that. It depends on our culture. And then she discusses that what if we educated our children in schools about nature, right? Like going out and doing field trips and all of these fun stuff. Well, there's something wrong with that too, because what starts to happen is there's a disconnect. Our brains aren't connected with our bodies and experiencing nature and trees because we are analyzing it. So we're still all up in our minds and not feeling the connectedness. So her main point is that the reason why we're having so many of these issues and NDD is so prominent is because we see ourselves as separate from nature and not a part of it. So, according to Love, we have to start and experience nature through camping and hiking. And then Dickinson argues, or agrees but adds on to, that we have to see ourselves as a part of nature. All right, so a little bit about trees. We know that trees absorb carbon dioxide and harmful gases and allows us to breathe, and so we can be alive, right? But students actually get smarter when they're around trees. Studies have been done that when a student sees trees outside of their window or are around outside, their test scores go up, and they actually have brighter reaction times and all of these benefits. And there are 5,000 trees on the UNM campus. So here we are, which is really a lot for a college campus. So we're very fortunate. So what do we do now? Take a moment and go out into nature. Maybe bring a book and study out there. Or notice, like I said in my first monologue, like the intricacies of a branch of a tree. Notice little details. And that will actually help you focus and allow you to slow down, maybe get off your phone and experience life and see you as a part of it. Thank you.